Hello, my name is Allison Cochran, and this is my Capstone Reflection. Reflection is an essential feature of project management. It is vital to look back at the journey, take note of all strengths, challenges, opportunities, weaknesses, and threats that were evidenced from the whole process. Taking note of these will be important in providing a framework for future projects and ensure that any challenges, weaknesses, and threats that were identified earlier are taken care of for the future. The capstone reflection that I chose was for diabetes self-management. The project was a great incentive towards enhancing the achievement of healthcare and addressing the healthcare issues, as well as for personal and professional growth. From the project, I realized that I did not know enough about self-management of diabetes and how critical it is for the well-being of our patients. Moreover, it was also an eye-opener on the many problems that diabetes patients go through in regards to handling their own care. I endeavor to undertake what I have learned from this experience for future practice and help diabetes patients as well as any other similar health issues, enhancing the delivery of care and improving healthcare quality. Education also stood out as a critical aspect of the increase of self-management in diabetes care. Evidence and literature. Utilization of resources, evidences, and literature is a critical feature in any project. Selecting proper resources for the project is crucial in any research process to ensure that the conclusions provided are worthwhile. Expert opinions from the professionals in the field can enhance and help in clarifying any questions that may arise during the creation of the project. For the project at hand, it was necessary to utilize secondary resources, especially considering the vast amounts of research that has been carried out on diabetes. Diabetes is a significant health issue that is increasing all across the world. As such, there is a lot of information on all matters diabetes. Selecting relevant literature as far as diabetes is concerned is not a difficult task. However, selecting credible and appropriate resources is rather difficult. This is because the vast amount of information there is out there on diabetes. Research techniques and resources identification techniques were essential in this aspect of the whole process. It was necessary to ensure that the information was reliable and valid. At the same time, authors needed to be credible to ensure that the information they provided was relevant and answered the original problem correctly and identified it correctly. The online school library at Capella is well stocked with up-to-date resources, and more are being included weekly. It was the best facility as far as looking for evidence and literature was concerned. The library also has an online repository that also holds more information, as it has links to many nursing databases that hold millions of articles and literature relevant to the study. From the research and regarding what I have learned so far, evidence-based strategies stand tall as the best practice. With this regard, it became necessary to ensure that solutions provided from these literatures were evidence-based and can significantly help diabetes patients as far as taking health into their own hands. Prior training with regard to the utilization of evidence-based strategies provided helpful and important. The significance of using the date peer-reviewed information could not be stressed enough, especially considered that they were meant for current issues. Healthcare and technology. Technology is part of our lives. Nearly everything we do today has been significantly influenced by technological advancements. Indeed, technology has had a great effect in healthcare and healthcare promotion. Many healthcare issues have found solutions because of the permeation of technology into healthcare utilization of enhancements of futuristic technological equipment and systems. This has caused people to live more and deal with their healthcare issues in a more significant fashion. On the other hand, technology has also been identified to be a factor that has led to the increase of healthcare issues. For instance, lifestyle conditions such as diabetes mellitus type 2 have increased because people have grown lazier and overweight. There have been machines that can do the tasks on these people's behalf now. For one, The previous section regarding utilization of secondary resources was also made easier by instituting technological development into the whole process. Other areas of the Capstone project were also made possible because of technology. Significantly, telemedicine, which was the remote deliverance of healthcare to patients using ICT media, has highlighted how diabetes self-management can be advanced to the people who require it. Additionally, it is also imperative to identify that we were able to create colorful handouts using technological equipment, and the simplicity in communication was made possible through technology as well. In addition, as far as diabetes is concerned, technological equipment to enhance self-management practices were also highlighted. These applications and insulin pens were highlighted as significant technological advancements as far as ensuring hypoglycemic and glycemic control were enhanced. The Capstone project made these issues apparent through the development of the project, and it was a real pleasure understanding such interventions and how they can play a significant role in self-management care plan that I was able to present to the relevant population of diabetic patients. I am continuously keeping a close eye on technological advancements in this field, especially considered that there are rapid changes taking place with regard to technological interventions for these healthcare issues. Moreover, it is also critical to consider the costs of these interventions before including them in the plan of care for our patients, for the simple fact that we don't want to burden them, and our aim is to help them manage their conditions in a wholesome manner. So, government health policies. It also became apparent that successful healthcare policies require the coordination of efforts within the government. The following laid down health policies as far as health issues are concerned. The government health policies that have been created with an aim of enhancing the deliverance of healthcare interventions in a secure, safe, effective, and efficient manner that augurs well with the patient. Diabetes has grown into a national issue, and government is keen on ensuring that patients have the best care plans to ensure that they have the best health outcomes. Indeed, such interventions as the Capstone project are welcomed as they help reduce the burden of care from the government. Additionally, these policies also aim at safeguarding the patients from the immense burden of care, especially financially, that is apparent in lifestyle conditions. Improper handling of healthcare issues tends to lead on huge healthcare costs for the patients that negatively affect their life and affect their outcome. Some of the relevant government healthcare policies that have been created to help the patients include the Affordable Healthcare Act that has significantly ensured that healthcare is made affordable to all populations, and the Diabetic Prevention Program that has also been developed with aim of providing critical care and guidelines with regard to dealing with diabetes in a holistic approach. The National Standards for Diabetes Self-Management Education stands out as the most critical government effort that directly resonates with the discussions I have presented as far as providing healthcare is concerned. Utilizing diabetes self-management education aided in the Capstone project and opened my eyes to the government readiness and willingness to deal with such healthcare issues. However, more can be done, especially considering that the U.S. is still faring badly as far as dealing with the health issues such as diabetes is concerned. It also doesn't help that President Biden just signed an executive order increasing the amount that diabetes patients would have to pay for their insulin, and also people with allergies for EpiPens. Horrible for all Americans. As a nurse, I also identified an ANA Nursing Code of Ethics as a relevant tool that helped to ensure that whatever healthcare interventions and plans were created, they met the set code of ethics. Ethics involves doing what is right without any regard to the underlying issues or protests. As a nurse, I utilized this nursing standard to ensure that the Capstone project did well for the community rather than for my own personal gain. So, personal and professional growth. Indeed, so far much of what I have indicated regarding the Capstone project relates to how much I have been able to grow professionally and personally. It goes without saying that the Capstone project has been an eye-opener and has enhanced me as a person and as a nurse. Let me try to explain in detail how I have grown and how I am a better individual now than when the project first began. Personally, I have grown as a person. I have become more empathetic to the plight of our diabetic patients, and I have also been able to enhance my relationships through this process. I can also rightfully indicate that I have grown as far as communication techniques are concerned. I have also grown in confidence as far as offering healthcare and education assistance is concerned to our diabetic patients. Professionally, I can indicate that the project had significantly enhanced my management and leadership skills. I have also been able to enhance my professional communication techniques, proper time management, and research techniques that have been able to enhance because of this Capstone project. So, in conclusion, the Capstone project was a chance for me to utilize what was taught in class and apply it to real life patient care. The development of the assessment and creation of the various tools and techniques will critically enhance and ensure that diabetes patients are able to self-manage their conditions in a proper way. This will significantly have an impact in the patient outcomes. It is clear and apparent that I cannot take all of the credit for self-management techniques. However, I have been able to enhance the creation of up-to-date techniques through the synthesis of bringing together different healthcare recommendations and solutions. It is also expected the government will also come as critical stakeholders in the whole process towards the realization of Healthy People 2020 goals and ensuring that goals are achieved. Moreover, the Capstone project can also be used by future researchers in their research on healthcare development and diabetes management. All in all, this was a great experience and opportunity for me to expand my knowledge of all healthcare issues, but most importantly, diabetic, which is most of my population that I treat in the area that I live in, so this was great for me. And we can improve self-management techniques and tools become a mainstay in diabetes treatment now and for the future. So basically, I just think that we'll be able to enhance diabetic education. With education, we empower our patients to manage their healthcare symptoms better, which reduces hospital admissions, reduces strain on our healthcare systems. Okay, so thank you for listening to me. Have a good day.